All right, so if you're like me and you use an AI assistant, you've definitely had that moment of wondering, can I actually trust this? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into. We're going to figure out when you can lean in and when you really need to be a little skeptical. Let's do it. Okay, so let's set the scene. Imagine you're having one of those days at work and you're thinking, I need some ancient wisdom right now. So you fire up your AI and ask it something super specific, like, what did Marcus Aurelius write about dealing with difficult coworkers? It's a solid question. You're just looking for a little bit of stoic guidance. And bam, almost instantly, the AI gives you this. I mean, just read it. It's poetic, it's insightful. Honestly, it feels perfect. It has that ancient philosophical weight you'd totally expect from a Roman emperor. Let's actually break down why this is so convincing. I mean, first off, the tone is just flawless. It feels completely authentic. It has that formal, kind of reflective vibe that makes you just nod along and go, yep, that sounds exactly right. And it's not just the tone, right? The actual philosophy here, the core message of not letting other people mess with your inner peace, that is pure textbook stoicism. It fits perfectly. So far, the AI is nailing it. 2 for 2. And then you get the knockout punch. The final detail that just seals the deal. The citation. Meditations, Book 5, Passage 37. I mean, how much more specific and official looking can you get? That's the little detail that just wipes away any doubt you might have had. It looks 100% legitimate. But here's the thing, the big catch. That quote, it's completely made up. It doesn't exist. Marcus Aurelius never wrote it. The AI just fabricated it from scratch. And this right here is the exact pitfall we absolutely have to understand if we're going to use these tools safely. So what in the world is going on here? Well, this phenomenon actually has a name, and really getting a handle on it is key. It's called an AI hallucination. Basically, an AI hallucination is when the AI gives you this super confident, totally correct sounding answer that is just factually wrong. Now, it's not trying to trick you, it's not being malicious, it's just that the AI doesn't actually know the answer, so its programming kicks in to just fill the gap. It creates something that looks and sounds like a correct answer. Okay, here's a really good way to think about it. Imagine you have a friend who has read like every book ever. They know so much, but they absolutely hate saying, I don't know. So instead, they'll just unconsciously fill in the blank with a really confident sounding guess, and they'll say it with the exact same conviction as something they know for sure. You'd have no idea unless you actually went and checked. All right, so if the AI can be this confidently wrong, does that mean we should just stop trusting it altogether? No, not at all. We just need a better framework, a way to know when to trust it and when we really need to verify. So let's look at a super simple way to think about this. This traffic light system is perfect for what we'll call calibrated trust. Think about it this way. Up top, in the green zone, you've got your generally safe stuff, asking it to explain a concept, brainstorming ideas, helping you write an email, stuff like that. Then you've got the yellow zone, worth a quick check. This is for things like statistics, quotes, like our Marcus Aurelius example, or recent news. But that red zone at the bottom, that is the most important one. Always verify. We're talking medical diagnoses, legal advice, big financial decisions, anything like that. You absolutely have to double check with a real human expert. No exceptions. And you might be sitting there thinking, okay, a fake quote is one thing, but is this really a big deal? Well, yeah. These hallucinations can have some very serious, very real-world consequences. This isn't just some hypothetical. This actually happened. A law firm submitted legal briefs to a court. And in those briefs, they cited a bunch of previous court cases as legal precedent. The only problem, their AI assistant had completely invented them. The cases never happened. As you can probably guess, this turned into a massive professional disaster for them, and let's just say the judge was not happy. Okay, so the good news here is that protecting yourself doesn't mean you have to become this paranoid fact checker for every single thing. There's actually a really simple habit you can build that basically changes the entire game. And the fix is surprisingly simple. You just have to ask the AI to be honest about its own uncertainty. So instead of just taking that first answer and running with it, use a follow-up prompt. Ask it something like, how confident are you in this answer? Or, is this something I should verify with a professional? When you ask these kinds of questions, you're basically turning the AI from a mysterious black box into a much more transparent partner.
So, at the end of the day, what's the goal here? Well, it's not total distrust, and it is definitely not blind trust. The goal is calibrated trust. It's all about knowing its strengths. Use it for brainstorming, for creativity, but always be aware of its weaknesses, especially when the stakes get high.
And I think this final thought really wraps it all up perfectly. To use these incredible new tools well, we just need to team up our genuine curiosity with some smart skepticism. When you find that balance, you don't just dodge the pitfalls, you really start to unlock the true potential of what these things can do. Thanks for watching.